Richard, and thanks to everybody for turning out today. They say that our neutrality is outdated. It's embarrassing that we're making a show of ourselves in front of our European neighbours and letting the side down. Really? What side? The side that drapes the European Union buildings with the Israeli flags? The side that jets off to Israel and says that we stand with you now and in the days to come, knowing what those days would bring. The side that arms Israeli genocide and cannot even bring themselves to call a ceasefire. Well, I'm not embarrassed by letting that side down. I'm bloody proud of it. And Micheál Martin may be happy to have Ursula, fond of lying, speak for him. But I'm not. Our president isn't, and I'm pretty sure that you aren't either. So you've got to ask yourself, if you don't trust Leo and Micheál on domestic matters, then why would you trust them when they say they have no plans to change our neutrality? You shouldn't. They are lying. We are barreling down the road to ever greater military integration with an increasingly militaristic European Union. And we are here to say today, we are not buying that and we are not paying for that. Enough is enough. There are billions now being spent on militarism that could be spent on the things that really make us safe, like housing and health and tackling climate change. Instead, all those funds are ending up in the pockets of the military-industrial complex. It's a sham. Our government thought that the war in Ukraine would be enough to let them shake off their pretense at adherence to our neutrality. But they were wrong. Our history tells us we need our neutrality and we are going to keep it. So we are here today to say we're proud of our peacekeeping record. We want to keep that, but we don't want to keep the bastardised version of our neutrality that allows our airports, even now, to use to transit weaponry to the Middle East from US empire. Active neutrality. We want our government to go out and fight for a unity, for peace resolution at the UN to enforce a ceasefire. We want them to demand an arms embargo on Israel. We want them to block US weaponry transiting through our shores. We want our naval vessels to bring humanitarian aid to Gaza. In this way, we are. So when they say our neutrality is outdated, it's not fit for purpose in the modern world, well, do you know what? It has more relevance in the modern world than ever before, because it is a beacon for citizens everywhere across Europe today who, like you, are on the streets demanding justice and peace. Our neutrality is at home with the majority of countries in the world who stand with the non-aligned movement, who believe in the peaceful resolution of disputes and the upholding of international law. And people around the world are off their knees demanding this and demanding justice for Palestine. It is our neutrality and our history that gives us a special affinity with the people of Palestine. That is something that we hold dear, very, very dear in these dark, dark days. So go from here on this wet and miserable November day to say no to war, no to EU militarism, no to Israeli terrorism, no justice, no peace. Long live Palestine, long live Gaza.